Uniforms have always been a hot topic in aviation and an immediate visual presentation of airline crews. But today, discussion about uniforms is not just color, design, comfort, and fit. It's fundamentally become a workplace safety issue. There are 4 important considerations when designing and producing a new uniform for flight attendants. Style and image are important for the confidence of the person wearing the clothes and for the public presentation of the airline. A professional look also has been known to garner general respect from the public. Wearability and durability requires wear testing to ensure crews are comfortable engaging in a wide range of motions that their job demands. Reaching overhead, bending down, pushing, pulling, lifting, and the physical demands in aircraft evacuation. This must include wearability for all body types. Security considerations include uniforms that readily distinguish crew members as safety professionals, ties and scarves with a tearaway option, vest adjusters and other straps designed to tear away, and overcoats should blend in so that crews are not easily identified while off-duty on layovers. Health and safety is the final consideration with chemical composition, fiber content, and climate. Within the past decade, health and safety has become the biggest concern with new uniforms. You may have seen media reports identifying the hazards of toxic uniforms, and AFA members have been at the forefront of defining this occupational issue. In 2011, flight attendants first encountered adverse reactions to the chemical makeup of the uniforms at Alaska Airlines. AFA's industrial hygienists worked with the Alaska Airlines AFA leadership to collect reports and test uniforms for chemical makeup. Flight attendants reported skin symptoms, irritated, swollen eyes, breathing problems, and hair loss, among other reactions. Alaska ultimately responded to AFA advocacy to recall the uniforms, put in place temporary uniforms by a different vendor, and worked with AFA to select a permanent vendor with all of the uniform considerations. This year, an independent study by Harvard School of Public Health confirmed that the uniforms indeed caused the health issues reported by flight attendants. The results of this study are available at afa-cwa.org/uniforms. Why is this a relatively new issue? There was a time not so long ago when fabrics were sourced from a single plant, assembled and distributed locally. There was a local control over the process. In 1990, half of the clothes in American stores were made stateside. But by 2012, that number had dropped below 2% and continues to decline. This is the result of NAFTA in 1994 and the entrance of China into the World Trade Organization in 2001. This is another reason why AFA members need to be concerned with international trade issues. Today, the globalization of the garment industry has created enormous challenges for quality control. It is important to understand this so that any work with a vendor includes quality control at each stage of production for the numerous uniform pieces. There are chemicals added to garments purposefully to produce certain effects. It is important to use AFA experts in the vendor selection process to ensure these chemicals are not added to the detriment of a workforce. Within any given population, individuals will have different levels of tolerance to certain chemicals. If an individual consumer has a reaction to a garment, they can return the garment or opt not to purchase it in the first place. However, with a uniform that must work for all flight attendants, it is even more critical that these chemicals are scrutinized and minimized for a diverse population wearing the same clothes. AFA provides airlines with fiber content recommendations. In order to ensure quality control, it is important to ensure all finished garments and accessories are tested and meet recognized fabric standards, including accessories such as scarves, ties, belts, and aprons. These international standards are also available on AFA's website. A capable vendor should have protocols for quality control checks at every stage of production. Finally, there are other design features that influence health and safety, such as weather considerations and shoe heel heights. While AFA continues work to encourage removal of toxic uniforms from the cabin, in a relatively short period of time, we have shown the airlines that working with us from the beginning is the best route. Since identifying the toxic uniforms distributed by a vendor that has been at the center of the recent toxic uniform issues, Alaska Airlines has worked hand-in-hand with AFA on its vendor selection and rollout of new uniforms. Alaska is making sure flight attendants are safe. United Airlines made a deliberate decision to work with AFA from the start and utilize our experience to ensure flight attendant health is protected. United selected a vendor that is recognized for making high-quality garments and has demonstrated its commitment to quality control in fabric sourcing, garment assembly, and shipping practices. Throughout the process, United has welcomed AFA recommendations and input on design aspects, chemical contents of fabrics, and garment features specific for working crews. United is also meeting our recommendations by conducting a thorough wear test program representing large cross-sections of the population. We encourage all airlines to work with AFA from the beginning of plans for new uniforms. Aviation's first responders keep millions of passengers safe every day. In this case, uniforms are as important as the air we breathe. Style, wearability, security, health, and safety. All of these uniform factors are necessary to properly do our job. Visit afa-cwa.org/uniforms to learn more and report any issue to your union. Together, we fly safe.